So today we're going to be looking at the house of Areej Le Dore. Out of the first set of releases that Adam did, I did do a collaboration video with my good friend Nikhil at Exotic Sense YouTube channel. So the first set of releases was pretty much Siberian Musk, which was a big hit with those who like musk accords there, truly natural musk there. And then Ottoman Empire, which was my favorite there, and then Oud Zen. Out of these three, they're all sold out. He doesn't redo them because he believes that there's some slight variation in the way he extracts natural ingredients, so he doesn't want to quote-unquote mess with reformulated version of it and then keep them under the same name. So those are limited quantities. So those are sold out. The only way you're going to find them is if you find them on those trading boards, on Facebook groups. Now with the second set of releases, today I'm going to be looking at Flux De Fleur. My good friend Nikhil actually did a great overview on all four, so I'm going to leave the link below if you want to go check that out. So but today we're going to focus on Flux De Fleur. I think it is pronounced Flux De Fleur because the rest of the word is actually in French. Flux or flux, same thing, flow of flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that is called Flux De Fleur. So onto the presentation, slight changes. So this is the old presentation, this is the new one. Right away you can see the difference being the added embroidery with gold accents on the new one. You have a black band and then the logo center there, embroidery there as well. And then here just a plain box there with the logo embroidery in the middle. And then inside the cofre you actually get the list of notes in those cards. Onto the bottle, slight changes there. So this one, the old presentation has a paper sticker on it. The cap is wooden with the logo engraved at the top of the cap. And the new one has a metal plate along with the batch number on it. And then the cap is metal and then the top of the cap is slightly raised. So overall, great presentation. I like the artistic or artisanal feel that they have to the packaging here. It's just amazing. And it actually goes in line with the quality of the naturalness of the ingredient that Adam uses in his offerings here. Overall, great presentation, and the smell. Oh man, this is intoxicating. So what I get out of this fragrance, at the top is something that is unusual that I've not tried before. There's only one fragrance that has the same theme. So at the top, what I get out of Flux De Fleur is pretty much this fruity, deep frankincense with some hidden animalic tones in the background. That is pretty much the Siberian musk and then the castoreum announcing themselves, but not quite there. So at the top, I get a fruity pink grapefruit and then frankincense accord. If you've tried Xerjoff Zafiro, you have an idea of what I'm talking about. In Zafiro, you get this thin frankincense paired with bergamot at the top, but here the frankincense in Flux De Fleur, the frankincense is deeper, and then a little bit of sweetness added here because of the pink grapefruit accord. Beautiful opening. Now, pretty quickly though, is overtaken by a flow or flux of a bouquet of flowers that is made of frangipani, my favorite here, jasmine and tuberose. Just lush, rich, deep floral bouquet here. Without hesitation or without waiting for too long though, the floral bouquet is restrained by a beautiful accord that I love here that is coming from the oud that is not barnyard-like. It's mostly a sweet, slightly tobacco oud accord. And then the coconut water that he used to soak the oud actually has a beautiful addicting effect here. It rounds off the oud accord along with the creamy accord that it adds to the floral bouquet here without feeling too coconutty. The reason I'm not getting a bright coconutty accord, I think, is coming from the animalic facets that are added by the Siberian musk in light doses here along with the castoreum. It kind of covers up the coconut or the greasy or fatty accord that I don't like in coconuts. But the facet of the coconut water that I get here is that creamy, almost balmy accord, rounding effect that it has on the oud, and also that creamy accord that it adds to the floral bouquet. That's pretty much what I get for the first 2 hours. Now, after the 2 hours, something interesting happens to a degree where I get an accord that is almost overpowering the first set of accords that I described. So the floral, musky, oody accord that I described for the first 2 hours, but it doesn't quite get there. So the accord that I think it is at some point a little bit overpowering, is pretty much a spicy saffron and amber combo that I think matches the amber, like what is it called, like shamama amber attar. When I was reading online, I've never tried that, but then it did match the description. So what I got after the 2 hours was pretty much a spicy saffron amber combo. So I did get that deep, rich, dark, spicy accord there. And at some point I got like a 20-minute window where I thought it was kind of overpowering the first set of accords that I got. So the floral, musky, slightly animalic oud accord with the frankincense running through it. But eventually it did calm down, and then it did give a chance for some of the notes in the dry down or the bass to show up. So after about 4 to 5 hours, that spicy saffron amber floral bouquet with a slightly musky animalic tone coming from the Siberian musk and the castoreum with the frankincense running through are going to tone down gradually, and then going to let place to some sweet resinous accord coming from the tolu balsam. And then the honey that is dry, slightly animalic, is not going to be a sticky sweet honey here. It's going to be a dry, slightly animalic sweetness that is well paired with the tolu balsam. And then you have the henna that actually balances the sweetness here. And then just a hint or dashes of vetiver that is not your smoky, dry, woody type of vetiver, but almost like a green herbal vetiver, but in the background. So many things going on here. So if I was going to simply recap, this one is centered around lush floral bouquet, mainly frangipani, jasmine, and then tuberose, paired with oud. And then you get some animalic touches to it coming from the Siberian musk and the castoreum. You get a frankincense accord that runs throughout the fragrance. And in the dry down, you get the addition of a spicy accord, spicy, ambery, and saffron-like accord. And then further down the line, you also get the addition of resinous sweet accords coming from honey, tolu balsam, a little bit of vetiver, and then you get the henna accord that has this darker facet to it and then balances the sweetness. That's pretty much what I get out of the fragrance. So like I've mentioned before, you're gonna get something that is deep, lush, rich. You're gonna get an overall feel that is natural smelling. It does use to some degree some synthetic materials, but the majority of the notes that it uses are natural, and then the overall feel is so. Now, for people that are looking at this fragrance wondering if it's something that they should get. So if you're not used to florals, you're not used to deep, dark, animalic, slightly dirty fragrances, this one might seem a little bit much for you. But for people that are interested in florals, animalic fragrances, the central musk tone here, it is not overdone here. Like in Siberian musk, that fragrance is still a challenge for me to wear, but here is just amazing. It gives more so a sensual, warm, animalic tone to the fragrance, but nothing too pungent. It is well-rounded. Now, for people, if you told me, for example, that fragrances like Diaghilev by Roja are things that you enjoy wearing, they're not the same, but I'm talking in terms of concept and what you're leaning towards or you enjoy most. Definitely give this one a try. It is an amazing fragrance if you like that genre of fragrances or fragrances that are slightly dirty, retro, mature, floral, animalic with a little bit of sweetness there. You're definitely gonna, and then spicy, of course, you're gonna definitely love this one. For me, it is a love. Now, moving on to performance, it goes without saying it. This is amazing. 12 plus hours, twists and turns there. The transitions are amazing. Projection, you just get it throughout the wearing the fragrance. So I'm definitely pleased about the performance here, and it's not overpowering or too dirty, like I said. Seasonality, I would say all year round. I don't think this one will be cloying during the heat. It is heavy, deep, rich, but it's not overbearing. But I find it most appropriate for fall and winter when it's a little bit colder. But I think you can pull this off if you go easy on the spray throughout the year. Now, for scenario where you can wear it, I think that's where it will depend on who is looking at this fragrance. For most people, the majority, I think this will have limited use because of the bold character that it has. Unusual fragrances when you compare it to the mass pleasing ones. This one is an outlier, I would say. But for people that usually use to animalic fragrances, florals, bold fragrances that are out there, kind of different, this one you can pull it on a daily basis. I think it's not overpowering, like I said. But in most situations, I would say most people would not find this one, for example, easy to wear in an office or around a lot of people, or in a boardroom, for example, or a formal event. I would say this one for a date, if you're comfortable, definitely wear it. For me, it's kind of a comfort scent. I don't know why, but I enjoy wearing this one a lot at home and in lounging, especially when it's a cold day and then I'm lazy at home. I loved wearing this one while I was testing it as well. But I can definitely see myself wearing this to a date since my girlfriend loves this one. But I would say versatility is limited, and it's going to be mostly versatile for people that are into these type of fragrances. For the majority of people, I don't see them really easily pulling this fragrance off because of the character that he has. Now finally, onto rating. This retails at $350, I believe. It's actually available at the Lucky Center already, so you can actually definitely sample it there. Price point, quality of the blend, what I get out of this, and then how much I love the blend here. I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. I think is a great, amazing scent. Limited use is going to appeal to a limited set of people, but if you fall in the category that I described is going to like this one, definitely give this a try. Now, if you've tried his offerings, the first set, which are discontinued now, unfortunately, I think these are also limited. So if you've tried the new releases, let me know which one is your favorite. Again, thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and then take care.